Thank you for tuning in to the Life of KG podcast. We are all about helping you guys in the beauty industry. Whether you're starting out in this industry or been in the business for years, we want to motivate you, educate you, and support you to grow. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to A Life of KG. Today I am interviewing Jo Halls, and I'm really excited to interview Jo because we kind of found each other through Facebook and connected on Instagram. And after a few messages back and forth, I was so intrigued in her stories. Now, she's exited from her salons and she's got another salon now, but she's sold salons very successfully in the past. And I think as salon owners, it's not something that we always look at. We don't think of planning for the future of exiting our companies. And I think it's a very, very important thing to actually think of and go over, because one day you might want to sell your salon. And I just wanted to talk to Jo about her journey through this and find out more about her. So without further ado, here she is. Jo, thank you very much for coming on The Life of KG. How are you?
Yes, very good. Good this morning.
Good. So for those that are listening, can you please introduce yourself and just tell everyone what you do?
Okay, so I'm Jo, Jo Halls, and I'm ultimately a hair stylist, beauty therapist, and a salon owner. I co-own a salon that with my niece we took over last March. It's been a year of open, closed. Mm-hmm. I'm also mum, wife. I've got a property development business with my husband. What else do I do? I'm a watercolour artist, a bit random.
Oh, wow.
And we've got a boutique within the salon, so we've been selling clothes online, via Facebook and things like that. So that's been quite good. And I'm just about to publish a book. I've got a product range, so hair and skincare range, just about to come out as well. So loads of streams of income, all sorts of things going on in my world.
Yeah, you are super busy. I want to know how you're managing all of that.
It just ticks along fine. So I like doing that.
So how long have you been in the hair and beauty industry? Can you take me way back from to where you started?
So I remember being 13 and thinking that's what I want to do, and braving telling my teacher and saying, I really want a career in hair and beauty. And I remember her looking at me and saying, Joanne, at this school we have a hairdresser, we don't become one. And I was literally mortified. It was quite an academic school, not that I was particularly academic in there. And I remember going home to my dad and telling him the story, and he was like, "You what?" And we lived in a pub at the time, like a fun pub. And he was like, "Chris, have you got a Saturday job for my daughter?" So I was 13 and I went into this salon and for this Saturday job, and just remembered, I just thought, how could this be work? It was so fun and cool and vibey. And so I got this Saturday job at 13. So I went to college, did other things from there, but that was my first experience of walking in the salon. And I knew I had to be brave. I remember, you're probably too young to remember Wurzel Gummidge, but there was a program about this Wurzel Gummidge scarecrow, and I literally thought, right, this head can cope. I was quite shy. And I still do it now. When a client comes into the salon, you think, oh, Mrs. Smith's a bit scary.
Yeah.
Put my head on. This one can cope with anything. Morning, Mrs. Smith. And so I was 13.
Wow. And so you started the industry at 13, but then you've gone on to opening your own salons and multiple branches. So take me through that journey. What made you then open up your own salon?
So I studied that Saturday job a long time, but while I was at college I had that Saturday job, and then I had a Monday job at a beauty salon. I mean, I do prefer the apprenticeship scheme a bit of training for myself, but then I had 3 years of college and I had that hair experience and that beauty experience. So when I did the beauty, the lady trained me in nails. So then at the Saturday job, I had a little nail desk at the front. So it was my first taste of having a little bit of my own business.
Yeah.
So that was really good. But then I went to work in London, lots of prestigious salons around Kent. I worked for Harrods, Selfridges, for Tony and Guy. And then I settled down into a relationship and I thought, right, no, I'd like to have my own business. So that started off just literally in my room at home. Then it became into a separate building in the garden. And then when that relationship broke down, I was like, oh my God, I've got nowhere to work. So I went to work for a friend and very quickly bought the salon off of her. So that was my first taste of having my own salon, and the staff were tupied over. I took on the lease. And that was really, really successful. And I think it was only 2 years later that I had a little outlet within another business, and then looked for another salon, and I ended up buying a salon freehold, actually at auction. So we were filmed for the BBC, so that was really exciting. And great for the opening and for our marketing and everything to get the salon going.
What made you want to open up multiple salons?
I think when you're on that role of success and you've got really good staff in your existing salon, and it becomes a bit more comfortable, you're ready to move on to something else. I think you're just on that roller coaster of loving it, enjoying it, and building, and the money's nice as well.
Of course. Was you still behind the chair doing treatments when you was expanding?
Yeah, so I did days at both salons, and I worked 9 till 9. So yeah, I was working a lot. And then when I had my second salon, I suddenly fell pregnant, and I couldn't have kids. So I'd gone 10 years not being able to have children. So it was a real surprise, a lovely surprise.
Yeah.
So obviously that calmed me down a little bit. And when I had my second son, my first son was really poorly and he was in hospital for quite a while. I was off work for months, so the girls took over everything for me, which was lovely. But I think when I went back then, I'd lost that fire, the passion for growing the business. So that's when I'd started to look at maybe I'd sell the salons.
Yeah, because that's why I really was so keen to get you on the show today, because I think a lot of salon owners get very much that we love our salons, but we don't look at the longer picture. We think, oh no, I'd never sell my salon. They don't think of exiting at all. And I think in business, it's very clever to look at exiting, because obviously I've heard lots of entrepreneurs say you make most money when you sell, not when you're actually in it.
Yeah, I like more money selling.
What, sorry?
I just make more money selling up.
That's crazy. And then obviously you've gone on to setting up another one, which we'll go into later on. But what is that the reason that you wanted to sell them, because of your children?
Yeah, ultimately I wanted to be a hands-on mum. I think I'd waited so long to be a mum that I felt that was the right decision. And it took 1.5 years to sell the salon, so it did take quite a while. Because the freehold is quicker than the leasehold, but the freehold, I think I've got 25 grand that I invested into it, and then the rent paid me, which paid the mortgage, and because it was doing well, we overpaid on it. So although I'd only had it 8 years, we'd paid the mortgage off, and the property was then worth 250,000. So the 25 grand investment, as well as earning me money a bit running a business, I had that pot of 250 grand plus the business goodwill on top, plus the other business we sold as well. So I think we bought a house for 300,000 after we sold, and we renovated it and we sold it for 750,000. So
wow.
So it was an amazing thing to give us that core. We're doing it again now with another property. We've moved on. We've now got a lovely property in the country in 1/2 an acre that we're renovating. But I couldn't have done the freehold without the leasehold. You need that initial investment to move on. But yeah, I mean, I still love having the salon, and I've now bought another one, but I have bought a leasehold. Whether I'll move on to bigger things, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm just quite happy with having a few different streams of income and loving being in the salon again. So
what made you want to open up a salon after you sold all of yours up?
I think it was always been in the back of my mind. I love being in the salon and creating that culture and having the girls around me. I can feel it when I talk about it. I just love it. So I think it was always there. But my boys now are at senior school. They've just started. And actually the salon is really close to their school. So whereas my priority was taking the kids to school, picking them up, being that hands-on mum. And I still worked freelance, but I worked sort of 10 till 3 every day, around the kids. Now, you know, they don't particularly want me to pick them up from school, so they can walk up to here when they're ready, when they can go back to school. So I feel like I've got that time, and my priorities have changed again to, you know, give my everything into a salon. But I'm loving having a partner. It's great, and Liv's only 20, but you know, she's powerhouse. So
that's so good. I bet it's really good working with a family member, isn't it?
Yeah, I've loved having a partner. I just think, you know, success is amazing, but success with someone else shared is even better. You know, when I was doing well in the salons before, and it was just me making the decisions and me celebrating the wins on my own, now having that partner to share the success with is amazing. But I have got a lease. I mean, she's only 20, so exit plans are slightly different now, but there is that possibility we could sell the lease on, or we could take over another property. So yeah, we'll do it together. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, because even if someone has got a little, I mean, I've sold salons before as well. So I guess even if you have got a lease, like, you just sell the lease on, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, for selling a salon, I think you need to have all your accounts in order. You need your staff in order, don't you? You need to shop around for a good commercial estate agents, because some of them do sell you a big dream. So you need to be realistic about what you think your business is worth.
Yeah.
A good commercial solicitor as well, and keep on their case, because the one that shouts loudest gets seen to first. And I also would say, don't rush out and do your salon up. I found that I almost sold them a dream of, you know, this salon is great, the business is great, but you could do this and this, put your stamp on it, put your name on it, and sort of sell them a dream. And I was really fortunate, both of the salons that I sold, I had more than one person interested in them, so I did get my asking price. But you can find you get sucked into a company that promises you that the business is worth perhaps 100,000 more than it is, and they sign you up for 5 years, so you can't then sell it for cheaper without giving them a commission. So yeah, there's things to look out for, but it was the best decision for me. It's put me into a wonderful position of lifestyle now.
What about your teams back then and now? Are they employed? Are they self-employed? What does that look like in the salons?
So my leasehold salon, I 2P'd the staff over. So I kept on the staff that I inherited, and then I took on 3 apprentices, so trained them through, and then a couple of those girls went to my new salon, the freehold salon, and worked for me. But because I wasn't there quite so much, I had 3 rented chairs in there. One of the apprentices was beauty, and they were hair based. So the beauty girl had a clientele from the rented chair girls. So I've done both. I mean, I'm all for whichever suits your business, and you know, some people are sole traders, some people are limited company, you know, partnerships. You need to make that. You can't listen to someone else's positions in a totally different position to you financially, leases. You need to make that decision yourself, and with your accountant probably.
Yeah, definitely. And when you were thinking of setting up then years ago, was that something that you discussed with your team? Was it open, or did you let them know once the deal was done?
Yeah, they knew once the deal was done.
Yeah, that's what we done when we sold our salon.
And it's really hard, because you do feel like I'm quite an open person. I tell everyone everything. That was a really hard decision for me. But I think when the focus for me was my kids, and they knew one of my little boys had been poorly, I think they understood.
Yeah.
It was hard for them. I felt like their mum. I was their mum, and I was letting them down. The second salon, the freehold salon, I stayed working there, so that was slightly different. I wouldn't. I think that was the worst decision she made. Personally, you're buying the goodwill of the business, and I was a big core part of that. And then you're letting that member of staff stay there and do the clients as a freelance basis. But I think for her, she didn't really want to go back to work. Her husband wanted her to get a job, and I think she thought buying a salon would be an easier option. And she wasn't particularly hands-on, and she just left us to get on with it, really. So
are both salons still there now?
They've both been retaken over.
Yeah, that's the same what happened to mine as well. I've got retaken over. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, and one of them now, the freeholds are barbers now, so there's a young girl in there just running it on her own. So she's got this whole place, but she's they've. I think it was a shock to them. I think it's a shock to the staff. I think you realise your worth when you move on and you think, something you've taken for granted. It's hard work, isn't it? You need to put your heart and soul.
Yeah, and I think the staff realise how amazing they have it as well until you sell it, and they're like, oh shit.
I better up my game.
Oh, so anyone that's kind of like interested in selling, or maybe not even thinking about it right now, but it's a plan for them in the future, what kind of tips would you give to them?
Yeah, I guess, like I said, you need to have your accounts in order. You need to have your staff in order. You need, don't rush out and do your business art, because it that's not what's important. It's not like a house that you need to make into a showroom. They're going to put their stamp on it anyway. But yeah, just keep shouting loud at your commercial solicitor. Get a good one as well. Ask for some advice. And it does take a while. I think when I bought my freehold business, I saw it in an auction book at the weekend, rung up on the Monday. Tuesday was the last viewing, and we bought it the following Tuesday. Had to have the whole mortgage and everything in place within a week.
Gosh.
And then we completed within a month. So
you bought
this is never going to happen, never ever. But everything just kept dropping into place. On the Tuesday that I was due, that the auction was on, I was fully booked, and I sent my husband and my brother. And then the night before, I had 3 people cancel. I was like, so I went into work, sorted everyone out, and drove over there. So I was there for the actual buying process, which, how often do 3 people cancel one after another?
Yeah, no.
Things just fall into place. It's really exciting. And then obviously, because I was there, then the team from the TV production came over to speak to me, and we then went on that journey of being followed by the BBC, which was great for publicity and opening the salon. So things just drop into place when things are meant to happen. But when it's the other way around, you're trying to sell, it is a bit more difficult. And then when you've got to have people viewing the place, your team don't know. I wasn't very comfortable in that situation, but it was the best way for me to do it.
Yeah, it is really hard. I'm exactly like you. I'm an absolute open book. If someone asks me a question, I have verbal diarrhea of the truth all of the time.
Yeah, if I say too much, shut me up.
I remember when I sold my hairdressers, and it was just like so difficult. We sold that really quickly though, like within a space of like 2 months of putting it on the market. And the first person that looked at it bought it. So it was really easy. Yeah. So I didn't have people coming in and out all the time, but even just meeting them like after hours and that, you feel so bad. But
take from them buying it though to the completion.
Literally, it was all done within the space of about 4 months.
Oh, right, even with the lease being taken over. Yeah. Mine were useless. I mean, we sold pretty quickly because we had quite a few people wanting it, but they took forever. Oh. But the freehold people, that was quick. So it's different, isn't it? Different experiences.
Yeah, because I guess you had the 2 to sell. So did you find that buyers were interested straight away, or did it take time? Because you said it took about 1.5 years.
Yeah, it took about 1.5 years for the leased one to sell. It just took ages, and I don't know why, but it just did. But the whole process from deciding and then actually having both of them sold was about a year and a half. But I think the freehold probably was 6 or 7 months. It was a lot quicker because they're buying a property, aren't they? Like a house sale rather than they're buying the business and the property.
Yeah, and I think over lockdown there's been a lot of salon owners. I think we've all been a little bit more sensitive to about our businesses over lockdown, because it has been a year and everyone's worked so hard for their companies to just see it go down and down and down. There's been so many people talking about selling their businesses and they don't know whether to do it or do it. But I've said to a lot of them, just you can always pull it up, and if someone comes along and you want to do it, then you do it. If not, then you don't have to sell it.
That's right, just put some feelers out. And you can always sell someone within your business as well, like I did with my first one. There might be someone in your team that would like to buy the business, that you could even maybe, like the partnership that I've got, help someone buy your business and take a back seat if you want to take a bit more time out, maybe still earn from the business, but let someone else come and take over and run it with you. There's so many options, isn't there, to investigate. I do feel like there's a lot of salons closing down because I have had a lot of staff asking me about jobs and things. So it's a really difficult time, and I think that's why I do have quite a lot of different streams of income. When I did sell the salon, I was freelance. I did do some network marketing, which is another stream of income that some people do. I don't do it anymore. But
what company was you with that?
I did a couple of different companies, but I had a team of 800 girls. So,
wow.
That leadership of running a salon come over with me, but it took over my life. And the reason I'd sold the salon was not to be so busy. So in the end, I did let it go. I'm all for network marketing, but there are a lot of pitfalls as well. So yeah, but it was another stream of income. And like now I've developed my own product range. We've got the boutique, so I think if you solely rely on your salon and it's closed now, I think it's quite difficult. And there's a lot of people pivoting their businesses. So, like you, and doing your coaching and mentoring. You've got to look for other options that can, give you an income. So.
Definitely, multiple streams is key, and I think that's always been known. It's always been known, but I think definitely over lockdown, more people have realised, okay, I really do need to earn in other ways as well. And lots of people have gone down the network marketing route, product ranges and stuff like that. Tell me about your product range. I don't know anything about that.
Well, we're just about to launch it, so it's been really exciting. We've got all the we've just okayed all the product labels, so we're at that stage. But it's been I guess almost a year now of looking at ingredients, working out, trying products and things like that, trying to find something that fits a target market because of my age and Liv's age. But she's 20 and I'm going to be 50 next month.
No way.
Yeah. Oh
my gosh, you look incredible.
Oh, thank you. That's our job, isn't it? But, so when there's 30 years difference between you and you're trying to find I'm big on branding and niche and salon culture and things like that, trying to find something that fits. It's a different type of thing, when you're getting your ideal client in the chair, and then you're looking at product ranges. You've got a range for your young skins, you've got a range for mature skins. You've got to find something that fits that whole type of all the clients in the world, rather than just niching down on your salon to your one ideal client. So that's been quite tricky. But yeah, I think we're there now, and we've got a whole hair care range. There's 25 hair care products, and then there's 25 skincare products. It's
oh my gosh.
Made, vegan, cruelty-free, ticks all the boxes, recyclable. So initially we'll probably sell it in the salon, and then we'll look at maybe doing something. We're just starting with testers of everything, so we're sending out packs to our clients, which is quite good fun. And then we're going to do some pamper boxes for Mum's Day, and do some for Valentine's Day, so that people get a taste of everything to try. And yeah, so that's quite exciting. Where it goes, I don't know yet, but you can, I think you've got to do each rung of the ladder, haven't you? You can't get up to that rung of the ladder before you've done all the little ones. So we're happy with the formulations, we're happy with the packaging now. So yeah.
Oh, how exciting. Congratulations. It always starts like that, just in salon. My product range was just in salon and then expanded, and loads of people have heard this, where I used to just sell a bit of online and thought, okay, I'll sell some online, and that wasn't really what I wanted to do, but people were asking for it, so I thought I'll put it online. And then when I get orders through, I used to be like, God's sake, I've got to go to post office. I used to hate it when I got an order through because I was like busy in salon and doing treatment or whatnot.
We're getting toes, and we're literally like sat down the post office every week at the moment, because no one's got any money. They've got money, but they've got nothing to spend it on. It's not like us in the salon where we're all poor at the moment. Everyone is furloughed, so they've got money and they're not spending it, or they're still working from home, they've got money and they're not spending it. So we've really sold loads and loads of clothes. So we're like, okay, we need to get some more stock in, and off we go to the post office again with all the bundles. But yeah, so have you developed your own skincare range?
Not skincare, we do lashes. So we've got our own lash range, adhesives, everything that you need for lashes. We're in the middle of doing lash lift and brow lamination and a few other bits. But so I know
as well.
Sorry.
professional lines. For
professional only. So I know how long it takes, but then mine just grew organically when it come to selling it online. I thought, okay, people actually want to buy this.
Yeah.
Like not just in my salon, and then you grow and grow. So that's most probably the way that you'll end up going as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a passion. I've trained with Clarins, Skino, Mericore, Elamis, Gatineau. Yeah, so I've always had a real passion for skincare and plant extracts, aromatherapy, real, organic ingredients. So it's been really nice to be able to actually put that into my own range now. So yeah, it's exciting. When once the stuff starts arriving, because it's you get it in like, not labeled product.
Yeah.
First of all, while you're testing everything. So now all the labels are okay. It's like, oh my God, we're going to have our own range. So
your own range. You're going to be walking into your salon and have your own products on the shelf.
Yeah, Boniface.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Is that your?
I'll help you do it. You can do it too.
Where's that name from? Is that your surname?
So it's my
maiden name.
Yeah, so I'm Jo Halls, but I was Joanne Boniface. I am, and then my niece is Olivia Boniface. So. When you're looking for a name, it's quite hard, isn't it, for your salon? So everyone's like, why don't you use your name? I'm like, no, why don't you use it? Oh, I don't know. And yeah, I couldn't find anything better. So it's stayed with me for a long time. And now having Liv on board, it's even more exciting.
Is the salon called that as well then?
Yeah.
And your other salons, what about they? Were they the same?
Yeah, Boniface has been around now for like 20 odd years. So.
Wow, I love that. So you've built up a really strong brand around it.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it was difficult when I sold because I thought I was selling with the names, but they both changed the names, so I felt better really that it wasn't still my name on their salons. But, no, it's served me well.
Definitely. Okay, so just to wrap up, just to put it on you then, if a salon owner come to you and wanted to build a successful salon, what top tips would you give them?
For a new salon rather than building a so ultimately who you're going to have, who's going to be in your chair, your best client, think of your best client and you want 10 of them in your chair all day, and start with the end in mind. So like you start with the haircut in mind, that what it's going to look like at the end. Think about the salon being open and who you want what bum you want on your seat, and then design your salon, your marketing, your branding around that person, because you need to be attracting the right type of clients into your salon. So, and that goes across everything, all your branding. It will make you make decisions of what decor you have, what your staff wear, what food you have, refreshments you have. Everything starts with that person that you want to have in your chair, and then go with the flow. It's never going to be perfect, so do what you can with what you've got where you are. Work on, get 80% perfect, keep working on that 20% to make it, what you want it to be. If you're trying for perfection, you're never going to get open, so you've got to get open, get hands on and get in there. But yeah, I think I'd always have a lease or a freehold, so you have got that ultimate, if it all goes wrong, you've got something to sell on. But for me, I don't really think like that. I'm a full glass kind of girl, not empty. Yeah. And I think if you work hard, you've got some passion in you, you're going to make it a success.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks so much, Jo. For anyone that wants to connect with you online, where can they find you?
So Instagram, I'm Joanne Boniface, salon owner, and the business on Instagram is Boniface Hair and Beauty. And on Facebook, I'm Jo Halls, and the business is Boniface Hair and Beauty as well. So yeah, send me some DMs, message me. If you've got any questions, I'm quite happy to answer anything.
Lovely. Thank you so much for giving up your time for me.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Sorry if I've chatted on for too long. I do like to ramble.
I love a good chat, especially in lockdown. It just feels a little bit normal, doesn't it?
Oh, it's nice to just chat to girls. I've got a house full of boys.
That's why you love the salon so much.
Everyone says, "Don't you want a daughter?" I'm like, I've got enough girls here to look after.
No, thank you very, very much, and I wish you all the best with reopening your salon again when we can.
Thanks, Katie.
If you love this episode, please share and tag us on social media at KG Salon.
I always follow them.
If you're a salon owner and would like to join our membership program, coffee, cake, and chat, get in touch for a space. Be around a like-minded tribe. Have 400 pounds worth of mentoring a month. And push yourself to the next level.
I love being a part of such a great community.
Until next time, have an amazing, successful week.